Welcome back to AM Northwest. The stakes are high and the ovens are hot on Hallmark's new baking competition. Armed with their family's favorite recipes, 10 pairs of talented cooks take to the kitchen in Baked with Love Holiday.
All right, are you ready for the first challenge of the day?
Yeah.
What we want you to do is a hometown Christmas pie. It can be sweet or it can be savory.
And it also has to be a double crust pie. That means pastry on the bottom and the top, but ultimately it has to be well baked.
You have 1 hour and 30 minutes for this challenge. There's a fully stocked pantry. Off you go.
We welcome the host of Baked with Love Holiday, Tamera Mowry-Housley, along with judges Haugh and Vaughn Vreeland. Good to have all three of you with us this morning.
Thank you.
Glad to be here.
Tamera, let me start with you. I understand that holidays and baking mean a lot to you, especially as you grew up as a child of a service person.
Yes. I think it's because I love family and I really respect tradition. And that's what this show is pretty much about. A lot of their bakes are from their family recipes that have been passed down. And as a cook and a baker in my family, it is a part of my love language. So with every bite that you taste, and just when you're watching this show, you can definitely feel that and see that love.
This is so fun because I especially love the teams of relatives, the mother-son, the mother-daughter, the husbands, the husband and wife teams. It's so great. As judges, the two of you as judges, Vaughn and Anna, I don't know how you make a decision, honestly. So what do you keep in mind? Let me start with you, Vaughn. What do you keep in mind when you have to decide what works and what doesn't?
Oh, I mean, it was honestly an impossible task. It was very fun to eat everything that they made, but it was sometimes like gut-wrenching to have to send someone home. I think one of the things that we really looked for was how well they implemented feedback, how much they were growing from week to week. You know, because they were making things that were family recipes, right? But that doesn't mean that they had to just confine themselves to a box. And I think that when we saw them actually use their creativity and push themselves outside of their comfort zone a little bit more, that's when it started to click for us, like the emerging teams who were starting to really get it during the competition. But yeah, I mean, it was really tough to send people
And
home.
how did you decide? Like, what were you looking for specifically?
Well, they would describe what they tried to do, and then, you know, there are classic recipes that you can compare them to. So sometimes they would create the recipe themselves, so it wasn't something that could be judged from a professional kind of repertoire. So it really comes down to texture, taste, balance, creativity, flourish, execution of their detail in time. It wasn't melting and sliding off.
Yes.
It's crucial. But most of all is that we could feel something from what they baked. This wasn't just about being clever and making something pretty. It was about telling a story and us getting to know them through their bakes. And that is really a vulnerable place to put yourself. And all of the teams really excelled at it. It was a wonderful journey to be on.
Did anything surprise you, maybe even shock you? I'm thinking of the mother-daughter who the mother was like biting off the candy canes. I just am curious what stood out. What made you laugh at the end of the day or giggle a bit? The question is for all three of you.
I would say what really surprised me was how emotional this journey was going to be. I didn't expect to kind of keep myself from crying every episode. But there was a story from the twins when they were talking about a bake from a mother perspective, and I just lost it. But also they were all very inspirational. After we finished the show, I was like, I just want to go home and bake. I want to stop.
That is what the show does.
Try
The
these.
show does do that because all of a sudden,
Yes, it does.
I can make that.
It does.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It really made me think about how, like, what I would do for every competition. Like, Anna and I were setting the competitions, we were setting the challenges, but I was like, how would I do that? Like, what would I do in this scenario? And like putting yourselves in that actual like space and time, I think is one of the reasons why I love watching baking competitions. But we would have like a big ol' laugh at the end of every day based off of like just walking by certain teams and seeing like, how they would kind of argue with each other, but it was always really
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah.
It's like because they were very Hallmark. They were just like, oh, like they were just more down on themselves than they were each other, which was always really sweet.
And it was authentic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. It was authentic. So, everybody really, it mattered to them to be part of the competition. So they were themselves. And like, it was my first time to meet Vaughn and Tamera. And I was really worried about how we would work together, And it was just brilliant. Everybody was just themselves, in like pushing themselves, but also like being able to laugh at themselves. Like there was loads of times, you'd go to eat something and you'd miss your mouth.
I have to say, I have never missed my mouth when it comes to eating food. Never. But Anna, good for
I'm
you.
lucky down my front. Sometimes I get so excited, it looks like I'm being chased by the police, and I'm hoofing to myself.
All right, I also want to keep that phrase, very Hallmark. That's a great phrase. I love it. We want to tell everyone Baked with Love holiday premieres Monday night at 9 on the Hallmark Channel. Thank you all three very much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back with more AM Northwest. Don't go away.